Have you ever walked into a room, dressed sharp, mind prepared, achievements in your pocket, and still felt like a fraud? Like at any moment, someone might expose you as a fake. If you're a man and this hits home, welcome to the battlefield of imposter syndrome. This isn't just some buzzword from a self-help blog. This is a silent war happening in the minds of high-performing men across the world. CEOs, athletes, creators, fathers, they all wrestle with the same voice, saying you don't deserve this. You're not good enough. But here's the truth, imposter syndrome is not a sign of failure. It's a sign that you're pushing boundaries. The real issue isn't the feeling, it's not knowing how to deal with it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 powerful highlights that every man must master to conquer imposter syndrome for good. These aren't generic affirmations or shallow pep talks. These are deep, masculine truths that will help you take control of your identity, silence the inner critic, and perform like the man you were meant to be. So don't just watch, commit. Stick with me to the very end because one of these 5 could flip the entire script of your life. Let's break it down. Overcoming imposter syndrome as a man isn't just about stopping negative thoughts. It's about confronting the expectations that society, family, and even you have placed on yourself. As men, we're expected to lead, provide, protect. And while those roles are honorable, they also come with a silent weight, a pressure to always be certain, to never doubt, to always win. But what happens when you start succeeding, and feel like you don't belong? That's what we're here to address today, and we're going deep. Let's dive in. 1. Understanding the masculine roots of imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome isn't random, it has roots. And for men, those roots often go deep. From a young age, boys are told, be strong. Don't cry. Figure it out. So we learn early, vulnerability equals weakness. Doubt equals failure. Fast forward to adulthood, and now you're in a job, relationship, or leadership role, and any internal struggle feels like a betrayal of your manhood. Let me tell you a quick story. David, a former client of mine, was a 34-year-old lawyer who had just made partner at his firm. Outwardly, he was killing it. But inside, he confessed something heavy. Every day I show up in this office, I feel like I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. Like they made a mistake. Like I'm about to be exposed. When we traced it back, it came from decades of internalized pressure to perform without showing struggle. He had never been taught that it's possible to be powerful and honest at the same time. Here's the truth, men are not immune to insecurity, we just mask it better. Imposter syndrome often appears when we've crossed into territory that our identity hasn't caught up with. So the first step. Acknowledge the masculine roots of this problem. It doesn't make you weak, it makes you aware. And awareness is the beginning of control. 2. Shattering the myth of perfection. If imposter syndrome is the enemy, perfectionism is its favorite weapon. Perfectionism is a lie men tell themselves to protect their ego. I must be flawless. I have to know everything. I can't fail, not even once. But here's the kicker, perfection is a moving target. No matter how hard you try, it's never enough. Michael, a 29-year-old tech entrepreneur I worked with, launched a $1 million app and then spiraled into depression. Why? Because he didn't hit 2 million. He wasn't chasing success. He was running from inadequacy. That's what perfectionism does, it doesn't let you enjoy the win. It only raises the bar. Again and again. So what's the antidote? The answer is to shift from perfection to precision. Perfection says, I can't make mistakes. Precision says, I learn from mistakes and improve fast. Masculine strength isn't about never failing, it's about recovering faster, learning sharper, and staying focused on the mission. So stop aiming to be flawless, aim to be formidable. 3. Owning your journey with relentless honesty. Here's something that hits hard. You can't feel like you belong in a life you're faking. Imposter syndrome thrives when you're wearing a mask. Pretending to be more confident. More successful. More in control. But the path to real confidence isn't performance, it's ownership. Ownership means telling yourself the unfiltered truth about where you are, and still walking forward. Let me share James' story. James was a 41-year-old divorced father of two, working a sales job he hated. He felt like a fraud every day to his kids, to his boss, to himself. But in one brutally honest session, he admitted, "I built this life trying to impress people I don't even respect. No wonder I feel like an imposter. This isn't me." That moment of truth. That's when his real life began. He left the job. Downsized his expenses. Took a junior role in a company he actually cared about. And within 2 years not only had he doubled his income, he was fulfilled. The power wasn't in the strategy. It was in the honesty. Men, if you want to kill imposter syndrome, own your story. The good, the bad, the raw, the real. Because when you own it, nobody can use it against you. 4. Rewiring your mental script. Here's a truth that most men never get taught: your thoughts are not commands. Just because your mind says, "you're not good enough," doesn't mean it's true. It's just a script, and it can be rewritten. Imposter syndrome is powered by a loop, a mental tape that plays over and over: "You're going to fail. They'll find out you're a fraud. You don't deserve this." But you're not helpless here. You are the editor of your mind. Let me show you how to flip the script with 3 questions. 1. What is the evidence? Most of your fears are based on feelings, not facts. 2. What would I say to my best friend if he said this? Chances are, you'd show him grace and remind him of his power. Do the same for yourself. 3. What belief must I install to replace this thought? Not just a motivational quote, a core truth. Something like, "I may feel doubt, but I choose courage anyway." And repeat it, daily. With emotion. With conviction. Repetition rewires reality. Don't let your mind run wild. Train it like a warrior trains his body, with precision, focus, and consistency. 5. Leading with impact, not image. This is the final, and most important, key. Stop trying to impress. Start trying to impact. A man who is focused on image will always feel like a fraud, because the image must always be maintained. But a man who focuses on impact knows his value lies in what he gives, not how he looks. Let me tell you about Andre, a mid-level manager who became a respected leader in his company, not by being perfect, but by being real. He admitted when he didn't know something. He asked better questions. He listened more than he spoke. And because of that, people followed him. He told me once, "The moment I stopped trying to prove I belonged, was the moment I actually started belonging." Men, your life is not a performance. It's a mission. And your mission isn't to look the part, it's to serve, lead, build, and inspire. When you shift your focus from image to impact, imposter syndrome loses its grip. Because now, your life isn't about you, it's about the legacy you leave. Let's recap the 5 powerful keys to overcoming imposter syndrome as a man. 1. Understand the masculine roots of your self-doubt. It's not weakness, it's wiring. 2. Shatter the myth of perfection. Aim for precision, not flawlessness. 3. Own your story with ruthless honesty. No more masks. 4. Rewire your mental script. Thoughts are not truth, they are habits. 5. Lead with impact, not image. Serve something bigger than ego. Listen, you're not here by accident. You found this video because deep down, you're tired of the performance. You're ready to step into your real power, and I want you to know, you are not a fraud. You are a man becoming. So here's what I want you to do, drop a comment below and tell me which of the 5 keys hit you the hardest. Like this video if you want more content built specifically for strong men doing inner work. And subscribe to the channel, because this is more than YouTube. This is a brotherhood. We're building men of truth, strength, and purpose. And I want you on that path. No more pretending. No more shrinking. This is your time. Let's rise.